Episode 13, How to Stop Worrying in 5 Quick and Easy Steps.
Helping you create more happiness, abundance, and freedom in your life and community because you deserve it. And now, your host for the Happy, Abundant Freedom podcast, Angela Lynn.
Hey, it's Angela Lynn, and welcome to episode 13 of the Happy, Abundant Freedom podcast. Now, today, I want to share with you 5 steps to help you stop worrying and to start living that life that will make you happier and to start going after what it is that you want. So, the reason why I actually made this topic today was that episode 13, when you think of the number 13, does that bring something that perhaps is unlucky or that you might be worried about? When Friday the 13th comes around or you're on the 13th floor, you're like, ooh, something bad might happen, and you start worrying. And that's why I wanted to cover this topic today for this episode. So, the 5 strategies, or 5 steps. Step 1 is to first write down all the things that you're worried about right now. Write all of them down, alright? And once you start writing them down, at least now you have it on paper, at least it's more likely that you are able to unload all of these worries to somewhere else. So it will make your mind feel more freedom and feel happier because now you've unloaded all of these worries onto, let's say, a piece of paper or a piece of document. Alright? And then a lot of times, what do we worry about? Well, we worry about something because maybe something that we worry about, maybe it might happen. And then so we have this idea that if we worry about it, then perhaps it'll make it less likely to happen. I know it doesn't necessarily make sense, but that's oftentimes why we worry. And then so step 2 is to analyze which of your worries are something that you can do something about, and which of those worries can you really not make an impact on. So I want you to go over your list that you wrote down in step 1 and go through each of them. So what's a worry that you can do something about? And an example of this might be, okay, so you're on the bus or you're driving in your car, and all of a sudden you get stuck in the traffic jam. Now you're trying to get to some place to meet people, and the thing is, you're stuck in the traffic jam. You'll probably be late for meeting whoever it is that you're meeting with. So what can you do? Well, you can call them, contact them, and let them know that you might be 5 or 10 minutes late because of this massive traffic jam, so that at least they are aware and they're not expecting you to show up on time, and you're not being worried because, hey, they don't know yet. So it's something that you can actually do something about. So that's the first type of worry. The second type of worrying is something where you can't really do anything about. So let me give you an example. When I was younger, I worried a lot, and maybe it's because I'm the oldest child, but every time my mom would go out, and the thing with Calgary winters is that sometimes we get snow, and the roads could be quite icy, quite dangerous. There's definitely lots of car accidents because of the amount of snow and amount of ice on the roads. So what would happen is she would go out and she would tell me about roughly what time she might come home. And I would stare at the clock, and as soon as she's even just 1 minute past what she said she would come home by, I'd start worrying. And I would worry that maybe she got into a car accident, something bad happened to her. And I would worry until she comes home. Now the thing is, that worry isn't something I can actually do anything about, alright? So if she were to get into a car accident, well, I'm not out in the car with her, so I can't really help her. And even if I was there and she were to actually get into a car accident, I'm not a medical person, alright? So I can't really help her if she got into a car accident and got injured. So that's a worry that I can't really do anything about, alright? It's something that's going to happen either way, whether I worry about it or not. So that's step 2, to divide your worries into 2. Now, step 3 is to recognize that all of the worries that you can't do anything about, you have to just forget about them, alright? Because whether you worry about them or not, things are going to happen, and you can't do anything about that, alright? You can't make an impact on the outcome, alright? So it's like the example I was giving you before. I can't actually do anything about whether or not my mom gets into a car accident. If I worry that she might get into a car accident, that's not going to happen because the roads that she's driving on, I can't make an impact on that. And if she were to get into a car accident, I can't help her because I'm not trained medically to be able to help someone. So you have to recognize that, okay, there's a list of worries that you can't do anything about. Even if you worry your heart out, you can't do anything about to change the outcome. And for these worries, you just have to forget about it. You have to recognize that you can't do anything about them. So if you worry, it's only going to cause you to have more stress, but absolutely no impact on the outcome. So that's step 3. Now, step 4, this other list of worries where you can do something about. Figure out, well, what can you do right now, or what can you do to help you decrease your level of worry? So going back to our example of if you're late and you're stuck in a traffic jam, well, you can contact the person that you're meeting with and let them know that you'll be late so that at least you won't be worried that they're expecting you and you're thinking, oh my gosh, a bad impression, I'm so sorry I'm late, blah, blah, blah. They would know that as soon as you contact them so that they're expecting it, and they can maybe do something else for the 5 or 10 minutes that they wait for you for that extra time. So figure out what can you do about these worries and write down what can you actually do. And then step 5, just go do these things to help you decrease your worries. So go call that person if you're stuck in a traffic jam and just let them know that you'll be late. And that's all there is to it, really. 5 steps. So if you're worried about a lot of things right now, or even just one big thing right now, I want you to go through this exercise. So step 1, write down your worries. Step 2, divide them between worries that you can actually do something about right now and worries that you absolutely can't make an impact or on the outcome. Step 3 is to forget about all the worries on this list where you can't make an impact, because even if you worry about it, you can't affect the outcome. So stop worrying about it and focus your efforts on the worries that you can actually do something about so that you can decrease your worries. Then step 4, figure out what you can do to decrease your worries. And then step 5, just go do these things that you figured out just now. So I really look forward to hearing your comments. For this episode's show notes with action steps, resources, transcripts, and my video recording, please visit happyabundantfreedom.com/ep13, so EP13, where you're going to find the action items and also resources to help you stop worrying. Alright? So I also want you to post in the comment section on that page as to what's one thing that you're going to do today to help you get over one of your worries that you can actually do something about. Alright? So please post that in the comment section at happyabundantfreedom.com/ep13. In the meantime, here's to you creating more happiness, abundance, and freedom in your life and your community. Thanks a lot for tuning in. As a thank you gift for becoming a subscriber to this podcast, I want to personally give you my 9 easy steps to increase focus and achieve your goals. These are what most self-help experts forgot to tell you. And this is included in my ebook that's worth $67, which I'm going to give to you for free. In this ebook, you'll get step-by-step strategies on how to easily solve the 2 root problems to your procrastination, lack of focus and action, your low self-confidence, a fear of failure or success, perfectionism, and stress from information overload, why SMART goals actually slow you down, and one simple tweak to speed up your results. How to focus by using distractions and multitasking, and how to procrastinate to achieve your goals. I know this sounds strange, but it can be done, and I'm going to show you how. One secret habit successful people use to get people to help them achieve their goals. So you can sign up for free to become a subscriber to this podcast and get this ebook for free by going to www.happyabundantfreedom.com/podcast. And feel free to share this with your friends and family who want to increase their focus, achieve their goals, and increase their productivity and success in their life. So again, www.happyabundantfreedom.com/podcast, where I look forward to sharing all of this fantastic information with you.